A man, he came to Al-Bukhari. This man is very close, by the way, to Al-Bukhari. Muhammad ibn Hatim. He came and he said, I said to Abu Abdullah, if you look at any of the books which have the biography of Al-Bukhari, this is one person you'll always see speaking about Bukhari because they have that type of relationship. He said, how did the whole story of Bukhari, this great giant of hadith, start? He said, as a very young child, I was just learning how to read and write. I started to love hadith. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just placed this love of hadith within my heart. How old were you? He asked, inquired. He said, I was just 10 years of age at that time. Then I left the Kuttab after the age of 10 and I started going to one of the scholars of hadith that was known as Ad-Dakhili. And one day, this Dakhili was reading the hadith to his students and he said, حدثنا سفيان عن أبي الزبير عن إبراهيم. And this 11 or 10-year-old boy at that time, he stops the teacher and he says that, Abu Zubayr, this guy, he doesn't report from Ibrahim. You've got something going on that is not accurate over here. Now, of course, this is a young child. The teacher, he got angry at the child and he said, you know what, this is not your space to be talking. Okay? So, Imam Al-Bukhari, he stuck to his guns and he said that if you're not sure about what I'm saying, go check your notes and you'll find that. Of course, historically, a lot of narration would would be done from memory. Okay, not all the time. Sometimes, depending on the teacher, right? Everybody has different gifts. Some people have very beautiful memory. Other people don't have that type of memory. So it depends on the teacher. So some teachers would do completely from memory. This is one of those teachers. He walks back into his house. He picks up his notes and he checks and he comes back outside and he says to Imam Al-Bukhari, what do you think is the right narration? So Imam Al-Bukhari says, it's not Abu Zubayr, it's Az-Zubayr ibn Adi from Ibrahim. And then the teacher, he took up his pen and corrected it and he told everybody, write what Bukhari say. This was at the age of 11. And he's basically just starting his journey at this point. And then, of course, up until the age of 15, 16, Imam Al-Bukhari had pretty much acquired all of the knowledge that he could find within his city. Bukhara was not very famous at that time, by the way. All of these cities, Wara al-Nahar, Islam is very new here still. Okay? The Uzbekistan region at that time, Islam is very new. People have accepted Islam. There is the story of masses coming into Islam from Samarkand. There is the story of various people coming. Fudayl ibn Iyad, I have a lecture on his life as well. He was from there as well, coming into Islam. But still, relatively, Islam is still new in this region. So he took whatever he could in Bukhara. It's not that famous at that time. And he says, when I became 16, I had memorized by that time the books of Abdullah ibn al-Mubarak. That means they had books, Ibn al-Mubarak, Waqi' and a number of other muhaddithin as well.